Alright, to make these patriotic Mickey ears, I started by taking some white craft foam to trace the outline that I wanted for the Mickey ears. For this project, you will need to trace and cut 4 ears total. Before I'm tracing the other 3, I'm just double checking to make sure that this ear will fit the headband properly. Alright, now I'm taking some fabric that I got from Walmart for I believe 97 cents, and then I'm taking those templates that I cut out and I'm tracing along them, except for I'm leaving a bit of a seam allowance so I can sew them later. Alright, now that I have the 4 pieces cut out, I'm taking 2 of them and I'm using the template from earlier and I'm tracing it in the center, and this will be my sewing guideline. Alright, now I'm taking one of those fabrics with the guideline and then another without, and I'm putting them right side together. And then I'm just doing a simple stitch across the whole ear but leaving the bottom open so I can stuff it later. Then just repeat for the next 2 pieces of fabric. Now that they're both sewn together, go ahead and turn them right side out. Next, use some hot glue to glue 2 of the pieces of craft foam together, and then you're going to roll up the foam so it's easy to stick inside the fabric of the ear. And then once it's inside, you can kind of wiggle it around until it's completely flat. Next, I'm taking some batting and I'm pulling it apart, and then I'm going to stuff both sides of the ear. Then take some hot glue along the edge of the craft foam, and then you're going to fold over the fabric to seal it shut. And then you'll do the same thing with the other side. And then just repeat that process for the second ear. Alright, now that they're both done, I'm taking my headband and I'm getting a feel of where I want the ears to go. And then I just used a pen to mark it. Then just take some hot glue along the seam and stick it right on top of the headband. Alright, for the bow I'm going to be using tulle, so I start by taking some white tulle and then measuring out how wide I want the bow to be, and then I just fold it over a few times until it's as thick as I want it, and then I cut off the excess. To make the shape of the bow, I just pinch the centers down and then I'm going to use some thread to hold it together. And then I'm going to repeat the process with the white tulle, and this bow will be for the back of the headband. Next, I'm taking some red tulle, and I'm going to repeat the same process, except for I'm going to make this bow slightly smaller than the first white bow that I made. Now I'm taking that red bow and I'm placing it on top of the first white bow and then using thread to keep them together. To cover up the thread, I'm going to use some white tulle and fold it over a few times, and then I'm going to place it in the center of the bow and use some hot glue to keep it in place. Now I'm taking this little star patch that I got from Walmart and using some hot glue, and this will be for the center of my bow. And then for the bow for the back of the headband, I'm just repeating the process with the tulle. Alright, once I know where I want the bow to go, I use a little bit of hot glue on the headband, and then I just stick the bow directly onto the top of the headband, and I do the same for the bow for the back as well. And that's it! Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July.